A very good morning, dear students. Hope you all are safe, fit and fine at your own place. Now in today's lecture, I will discuss about the molecular mass and how to calculate the percentage composition of a particular element in the compound from the chapter, the basic chapter, that is your language of chemistry. And after this, we will also discuss about the types of chemical reaction, although it is there in another chapter also, that is chemical reaction, but this is also the part of language of chemistry. So let us start with the molecular mass. Then what does it mean? How we can find out the molecular mass of a compound? How we can find out the percentage composition of a particular element in the compound? So see here, chapter name is your language of chemistry. This topic was left, so today we are going to complete this topic. First is molecular mass. Now the question is, what is molecular mass? Now molecular mass is the total weight of the different elements which are present in a particular compound, that we call molecular mass. Now see here, I start from simple to complex. So first of all, I will take a very simple example, that is of water. This is the formula in which two atoms of hydrogen are present and one atom of oxygen is there. So suppose we have to calculate the molecular mass of this particular compound. How we will calculate? First of all, how many atoms of hydrogen are present? 2. So 2 multiplied by mass number. Hydrogen is that element, it is the first element of the periodic table whose atomic number is also 1 and mass number is also 1. So that is multiplied by the mass number plus. Why I am using this sign? Because here we have to find out the total mass of this compound, and the total weight or molecular mass of this compound is equal to the weight of all the elements which are present in this compound. Now second is oxygen. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. Mass number is double, that is 16. In most of the cases this value will be given to you. So what you will get? 2 plus 16, that is equal to 18 AMU. This AMU means atomic mass unit. So like this we can find out the molecular mass of compounds. Now let us take one more example in the same manner. Suppose, suppose you have taken this CaCO3. This is your calcium carbonate. This is your calcium carbonate. Now elements which are present in this compound, one is calcium, then is carbon, then it is oxygen. So first of all, calcium mass number. See, mass numbers will be given to you. I am not writing because I already know. So with the help of that only you have to find out. Calcium atomic number is 20 and its atomic mass or mass number is 40. So first of all 40 plus second element is carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6, mass number is 12. Plus how many atoms of oxygen? 3 atoms of oxygen. So 3 multiplied by 16. Why 3 multiplied by 16? Because 3 atoms are there and we have to calculate for each and every atom. That's why I have written here 3 multiplied by 16. Now you can find out 40 plus 12 plus 48. Now 40, 48, this will be how much? 100 AMU if I am not wrong. Yes. 40, 48, 88. Yes. So this is the molecular mass of calcium carbonate, that is 100 AMU, 100 atomic mass unit. So this is the first point. This type of question you will get in examination, basically in board examination. Now the second is how to calculate the percentage composition. In this case, so we have calculated the total mass. Second is how to calculate the percentage composition of element in the compound. Very simple. What you have to do? Take the mass of that element, that value divided by total mass, that is the molecular weight of that compound, and multiply by 100, and very easily you can find out. So let us discuss one example. By using this only we have calculated for this now. So let us take, suppose you have to find out, okay, suppose you have to find out the percentage composition of suppose anything you can. I am giving you a very simple example. This is the method. Like this you have to do. Calcium in calcium carbonate. Suppose this is the question. Calculate the percentage composition of, calculate the percentage composition of calcium element in calcium carbonate. So what you will do? Calcium mass number 40. Now 40 divided by molecular weight of calcium carbonate. Just now we have solved CaCO3, that is 100 AMU. So divided by 100, multiply by 100. Like this you will do, isn't it? So what you will obtain? You will obtain it is 40%. This is the answer. In the same manner, suppose you have to calculate for carbon. So for carbon what you will do? Carbon atomic number is what? Carbon atomic number is 6, mass number is 12. So that will be 12 divided by total, multiply by 100, 100, 100. So this is 12%. In the same manner, suppose you have to calculate the percentage composition of oxygen. But in this case, how many atoms of oxygen are present? 3. So you have to calculate total. यहाँ पे आप एक नहीं लोगे, आप 3 लोगे. So 3 multiplied by 16 first of all, that you have to do. 16 3s are, that is your 48. Yes or no? Now calculate that. I think this is clear why I have multiplied this 3 with 16. 16 is the mass number of oxygen. Atomic number 8, mass number is 16. As I already said, these values will be given to you. By using this value, very easily you can calculate. That's why 3? Because 3 atoms are there. That's why multiply by 3. In these cases, only 1 atom of calcium was there, only 1 atom of carbon was there. Now 16 multiplied by 3, 48. So how will you calculate percentage composition? 48. Simple. It's very simple. In the same manner, you will get other questions also to find out, either to find out the molecular weight of a particular compound or to find out the percentage composition of a particular element in that compound. And this is the method how which you can solve this numerical. Empirical formula I have checked, it is not there in your syllabus. Students, do one more thing. I believe all of you have that revised syllabus of 9th chemistry, not only chemistry, for all the subjects. So this is my suggestion. What you do, just either take out the printout of that revised syllabus so that it will be with you also. Whenever you are doing, you can cross check. Okay, this is not in the our syllabus and this is there in this our syllabus, and we have to go with that. And wherever it is required to explain something which is not there in your syllabus but that is required for you to make you understand the concept, that also I will discuss. Now coming to the next point which is there in this chapter, language of chemistry. See here, that is about the chemical reactions, types of chemical reactions we have done. In the same manner, a simple revision we will do for the chemical reactions. Okay, before that, let us discuss very simple, because only this is there, hit and trial method for balancing equation. For balancing equation. Hit and trial method for balancing equation. Here my question is, why it is necessary to balance a chemical equation? What do you mean by a balanced chemical equation? Or let us start, what is a chemical equation? Chemical equation is the symbolic representation of a change in which we can't say this thing that 2 or more than 2 elements or compounds are there on the left hand side, that should be reactant. No, it's not like that. रिएक्टेंट एक भी हो सकता है, एक से ज्यादा भी हो सकता है. Whatever substances are there on the left hand side of the arrow, that we call reactant, and whatever product we obtain on the right hand side of the arrow, those are known as products. Now see here about chemical reaction. For example, okay, chemical reaction to all of you know. Now the question arises, why we are talking about this concept? Why we are saying that balancing, or why chemical equations need to be balanced? What is its use? Why do we balance chemical equation? Now the answer is, we balance chemical equation to follow the law of conservation of energy or matter or mass. To follow this law of conservation of matter, or law of conservation of energy, or law of conservation of mass, which states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Again, just listen to me carefully. I am talking about chemical reactions. I am not discussing here nuclear reaction. So to follow this, chemical reactions are balanced to follow law of conservation of matter, which states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. So for that we have to balance the chemical equation. Balancing means what? To equal the total number of atoms of the elements which are present on the left hand side of the reaction with that of the right hand side of the reaction. जो भी एलिमेंट्स है उनकी जितने भी एटम्स है रिएक्शन की लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, एरो की लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, इट शुड बी इक्वल टू द नंबर ऑफ द एटम्स ऑफ द सेम एलिमेंट ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड. उसी को हम क्या कहेंगे? बैलेंस. अगर यहाँ पे 4 एटम है तो यहाँ भी 4 होने चाहिए. If 8 is there, 8 should be there. So that we call balancing. और क्यों जरूरी है? Why we are doing? We are doing it to follow the law of conservation of matter, which states energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Rather you can say atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. हम एटम को इंक्रीज डिक्रीज नहीं कर सकते, उसका नंबर सेम रहना चाहिए. So that's why we do balancing of chemical equation. I will discuss 3 to 4 very simple example how to balance chemical equation. And once again let me tell you one thing, partial method of balancing is not there in your syllabus. Only hit and try method of balancing is there in your syllabus. So how we have to do? Please see here. There are certain rules for balancing the chemical equations. First of all, we can increase the number but we cannot decrease the number, because partial method हम नहीं कर रहे. So we can increase the number. अगर एक साइड पे 4 है, दूसरे साइड पे 2 है, तो हम 4 को 2 नहीं करेंगे, 4 को 2 नहीं करेंगे, 2 को 4 करेंगे. So always we have to increase the number by multiplication. There is a provision of multiplication. For example, suppose I have written this. Okay, fine. Now suppose I will make you understand by taking example of reaction also. Before that, just see here. Suppose I want this oxygen also. I want 2 atoms of oxygen, suppose. So I cannot write 2 here. No, this is wrong. I cannot write 2 in between. No, this is wrong. So where I should place the number? I will place the number before the compound. This number is for this also, for this also. जैसे एक इंजन होता है ट्रेन का, उसके साथ बोगीज लगी होती है. So this number acts as the engine and these are the bogies. So this number is responsible for this also, for this also. अगर मुझे O को भी 2 करना है. Now while writing 2 here, what I will get? Hydrogen will 4, oxygen will be 2. And in the same manner I have to balance. Now see few example, then only this concept of balancing will become clear to all of you. See here. Let's start with the very simple one. The first one is hydrogen and oxygen gives water. Now one thing more, if you don't know the correct product, formula of the product, you are not able to balance the equation. And how will you write down the formula, correct formula of the product? Only when you know the symbol and the valency, then only you can write down the correct formula. Now in this case, See here whether it is balanced. So I will do like this. For beginners, this method is there. You can do like this later on when you, after practicing, when you will become perfect. Directly also you can do. Simple hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen and oxygen. How many atoms? 2. How many atoms? 2. How many atoms? 2. How many atoms? Only 1. So by this reaction, we'll get an idea. Okay, hydrogen is balanced, but oxygen is 2, oxygen is 1. So I have to make this 2. I will put here 2. This is the rule. I cannot insert this 2 here or here. Now when I will write here 2, oxygen will become 2 and hydrogen will become 4. Now come to this side. Oxygen is 2, 5. Hydrogen, I have to make this 4. So how I will make it 4? I have to write here 2. So this will become 4 and reaction will be balanced. Like this we can balance the chemical equation. See 2 more examples. These are known as reactants, which are written on the left hand side, and this is known as product. Reactants, and not necessary कि reactant 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा होने चाहिए. No, because in thermal decomposition reaction, one reactant is there which undergo heating to give lot many products, and this is your, in this case it is single product. Now come to the next example. See here the next example, second example. Okay, take this. Phosphorus plus oxygen, it will give P2O5. That it will give phosphorus pentoxide. Now see whether the reaction is balanced or not. LHS and RHS. Phosphorus and oxygen. Phosphorus and oxygen. How many atoms? 1, 2. Here 2 and 5. Now in such cases where you will have this odd number, see 5 is not the multiple of 2. 2 के table में 5 नहीं आता. So in such case what you will do, you will multiply these two numbers with each other so that you will get a common number. So in this case what you will do to make it balance? 10, like 2 5s are 10, 5 2s are 10. So oxygen हमको 10 बनाना है दोनों तरफ. So what I will do? I will put here 5, 5 2s are 10, 5. I have to make this also 10. So for making this 10, I will put here 2. This 2 is for this